What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Got a great back and forth duel for you guys to check out. This duel is so unlike the competitive meta. There's not going to be any hand traps. There's not going to be any colossal super stun boards. No 5 negates or any of that stuff. This is just going to be, good old fashioned, I guess, kind of throwback Yu-Gi-Oh! We got a couple of archetypes that are definitely not in the meta right now. In fact, we know that Metafo's not doing all that great because there is no more Electromites, and Electromite will definitely not make an appearance in this duel. So you'll see what the substitute for Electromite is, but it's definitely not that good. We got Trickstars versus Metaphos, and I think Metaphos are going to go first. They're going to make the best out of the situation. It's not a terrible play, but it is a play where you look at it and you be like, man, if you only had Electromite, this would have been so much better, because we know that Rescue Rabbits is, it's a 1-card Link 2, it's a 1-card Xyz. It would be a 1-card Electromite if that card was not banned. Gonna go for Hita, which is, I guess that's what the players are using instead of Electromite now. That's what it's come down to. The good thing is you do get a Pendulum Summon. You get 2 monsters, so that's pretty good in my opinion. Also going to pop the copy of Vishuda. We know that that card can be used from the graveyard, so that's pretty nice, and it works with Metaphos. Gonna go in for the Alkahest, and that's pretty much the only, I guess, stun monster that you're going to see in this duel. Definitely not like 15 negates or anything like that. So Trickstar player kind of has a hand that's perfectly tailored to go second. Anytime you open with your 1 copy of Light Stage and you can lock down a back row, you're in good shape. But he also has the Lycaris to play around the Alkahest kind of Thousand Eyes Restrict type ability, where he tries to suck up the Candina. Not gonna happen today, bro, because I got the Lycaris. I can bounce and target, or I can bounce and get rid of your targeting. The Alkahest goes down pretty much for free, and then the Metaphos counter is not able to be used when it dies in battle because it was being locked down by the Light Stage. That's a pretty big momentum shift, I would say, but you got the Pendulum Summon. Maybe that can be the bailout. A little bit of burn damage there, but Trickstar player is going to use that copy of Summon Limit, just shotgunning it. Now, to me, that kind of turns off the Hornet Drones, because if you commit the Hornet Drones, you're probably going to want to go Kagari, right? And then if you go for Kagari, well, there's your 2 summons with the drones and the Kagari. So I don't feel like the Hornet Drones is even like a live card anymore. I think your better play is just to try to Pendulum Summon and beat the crap out of your opponent with that. And that's what the Metaphor player is going to go for. Unfortunately, unsuccessfully, because Carabane's going to shut that down. Now, this is the one good thing about Hita. She does float into a monster. Now, you will take burn damage because you're adding cards to hand while your opponent has Lycaris on field. Also, I don't know if Kaijus are like good against Trickstar at all. I guess the Trickstar player says, I don't even care. I'm just going to reincarnation you anyways. Ultimately, it is going to be bounced with Vishuda for, I don't even know why. It seems almost pointless. Let's see. I think Mithram's going to hit the field. This card this is the same chick as, this is the same girl as Electromite, so she hit the field in some form anyway, spiritually. He's gonna go ahead and summon that copy of Lycaris, lock down the copy of Metaphos counter once again. And I feel like after that big reincarnation for 5, I think that might be too much damage to come back from. The summon limit is taken off the field, but it was taken out by using Galaxy Cyclone or Cosmic Cyclone. I always get those mixed up. Cosmic Cyclone is nice, but it also costs you 1,000 life points. And you don't want to be paying life points against Trickstar, especially when your opponent still has set cards. In this case, he's going to flip over the Rivalry of Warlords. I think that this is a psychic monster. Yep, she's psychic and it's a spellcaster, so that definitely hurts. Going to attempt to bounce the copy of Lycaris back to hand, but that's not going to work. Actually going to Pendulum Summon the 2nd copy of Luna, and this is a really bad situation here, because if you bounce the Carabane, then your opponent just uses it from the hand, but if you don't bounce it, then you can't attack. I guess maybe is the option here to go for an Xyz. I don't know how many Xyzs that like Metaphors run, but I feel like the option might be to go for something as old school as, I don't know, maybe like Castel, like the Sky Musketeer. That might be the option to put it back in the deck. No, wait, that doesn't work either. If you put it back in the deck, they just search it again from freaking Candina. So there's no out to that. I just realized that. Even if you put it back in the deck, they just add it again anyways. He did bounce it ultimately. because I guess the Metaphor player realized there's no good situation. There's no good way for me to be able to get rid of this damn Carabane, and he bounced it, but then he just used it from his hand. Yeah, if you put it back in your opponent's deck, then they just search it again. If you leave it on field, it just runs you over. There's like no good way to actually get rid of that. Maybe, nah, there wasn't a guy. There's no way I can think of. You would have had to essentially, because even if you killed it again, it's not like they couldn't have just used another copy of Reincarnation and reborn it with that. You basically would have had to banish it, and I'm not really sure that Metaphos has those type of banishing cards. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the quick duel. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn that notification bell on for daily videos.